Ladies and gentlemen, lads and lasses, non-binary masses, welcome to another episode of the Skylander Honesty Half Hour. Episode 14. Last episode we had Star Strike, and thank you, Crab, for making that wonderful thumbnail. If you saw the thumbnails, then you know. Anyways, I do not know if you know what the series is about. The Skylander is randomly selected to me. I play that Skylander for 30 minutes, and then I give that Skylander my review at the end of the video from a scale from 1 to 5 stars. Star Strike was a 5-star, and hopefully whoever we get next is also another 5-star. Kind of hard to get any bad Skylanders, so we just have to wait and see. So let's get to it. So here we are with our infamous wheel. Let's see who we get. And it is Barbella. Oh man, finally an Imaginator. It's not been a hot minute. We had a Golden Queen. Dude. Like the weeks go by really fast for these videos, but it feels like forever at the same time for some characters in games. So can't wait. So a lot of people have a very hot take with a lot of these senseis and imaginators. We have Bad Juju and we have Barbella. I think Barbella is another underrated. She's not as underrated as Bad Juju. I think Bad Juju is Juju's one of the most underrated, is one of the most underused. Oop, hit my mic. Most underused Skylander. While Barbella still has her punches. So demonstrate here. Also, just never seen good artwork with Barbella.
Definitely improve on these numbers.
Come on. Y'all know you could cook with this character. Y'all just refuse. Y'all are afraid. Understand that y'all are afraid of geographical women. Or no, geometrical. Geometrical. I'm sorry, it's like 6 in the morning. So you have your regular basic primary here. Y. Then you have your A, which is a clap. It's essentially the upgraded version. If you clap them, it stuns enemies. Yes, it pulls them towards you as well. And then X is the rock. And when you hit it, right? If you hit this with the giant clap or you attack it, it explodes. So this is what Barbella's game plan is here. So I went with the bottom path here because the rock mines, the rock geodes, yeah, they then began to have a homing. They have a homing system in the bottom path. They have a homing system and they have more crit. While the top path is more combo based, I think the combo based system is cool for her, but I prefer kind of going ham with the geodes. Then for her soul gem, it's mashing your A, your big old clap, which allows you to buff yourself. So you get a defense boost, you take less damage, as well as spawn rock crystals over time, which then you can press Y, as it says here, Y pulls rock crystals. So I will demonstrate to you now. So first you have this, and as you see, every time I attack an enemy, a little geode pops out, and look, they attack right there. And then you have the clap. The clap is indeed slow. I'm not gonna deny that. But still, because I have the bottom path whatnot, it just spawns a insane amount and I accidentally attacked a dude. What? Okay. And here we have attack 3. Get the defense buff going. Like, you don't really need to use your attack 3 once once you got all this going, because it's just attacking them so much at an overwhelming amount. But it's still so great because it's like hitting them with a truck, like bam. You are hitting them. What's a truck? Now I do understand that some people might want the combo moves more because the combo moves give her more unique animations and less repetitiveness. But hey, this is my episode. If you wanna talk about what's good on her and what's not, make your own episode. I still wish there was a way to skip that. Oh, alright, there's no chapter selecting. Pick a level. Let me pick a very quick level. Level. I don't think I've done this level.
Mushroom River.
I've not done this level in a while, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Air Skylanders are stronger here.
Alright. Yeah. I still understand like why Imaginators was a very hit or miss game. I think the senseis were really cool, but they were also overshadowed and they didn't make enough senseis because, you know, the whole Imaginators gimmick. I feel like it should have been. I feel like they should have done maybe a Masters, a Skylanders Masters or something, and have the senseis instead. Because yeah, the senseis are really fun to play. I don't really care for the Imaginators. Senseis, the senseis are great. These are indeed great. So, get some of these going on. Wait, look how much of the geodes just spawn. And every time I hear people try to like treat Skylanders as viables, they always say like, "Oh, Barbella's not the best one. Oh, don't use her for Nuzlocke runs or solo runs. She's very difficult and slow." Like bottom path makes her pain. I think yeah, the only con is secondary. I do not disagree. Oh, come on, really? Really? I'll let that hold you back? Also, you can just jump cancel. Bop. Yep, we got our defense. So even if he did hit me, ain't gonna do much. Oh, let me check what difficulty's on. On expert. You're on expert, by the way. Guild expert. Oh shit. Okay, we're fine. That has never happened to me before. Oh, really? Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like shooting them with a truck. That's what it's like. Get this? Bam. The truck. I forgot how easy it is to speedrun this level. I forgot, like, what's, like, the best level I could, like, use for an episode without having to play two at the same time, you know? Really wish there's a. If I go back to my comic shop, maybe they still have it being sold. But they were selling a Barbella figure, and I was like, oh man, I do need Barbella, and I do like Barbella. There's, yeah, look how many clusters are already there. Look how many clusters are there. I feel like we do not appreciate this bottom path. We're watching Crash the Skylands and he went the top path and I was just like, yeah. Crash,
Only a sensei can strike.
you're doing it wrong. Oh, Sensei Gong. Hell yeah. Or should the Sky Chi. I forgot. I always forget to do the Sky Chis with these. Smash this. Now, there we go. Oh right, did forget how mediocre that was. Okay, that's okay. Sky Chi's kind of meh. But like half the Sky Chis are anyway. I don't know. I might have to give her a 5. I don't want to give everyone a 5. I don't want to give everyone a 5. Just too biased. Maybe I should not be doing a series where I review characters and then I have this biased example. Oh. If we really want to talk about the cons, yes, this is a con, especially like when you first get her level 1. That's not great at all. I think if you are going her top path, I think you are in for like. If you go top path, you're definitely in for a pain in the ass because you're getting, you know, this. While the bottom path is still button mashy and your clusters. Your clusters just do a lot. She is very slow, and I think her attacks are repetitive. I haven't really tried her up attack, her jumping attack. It really only has the one anyway, either way though. Like look, they just like a target. They spawn. Yeah, okay, so if you don't jump, right, like let's say you don't do a jump cancel, then you're kind of like screwed, because she's yeah, her attacks are a bit slow when they're coming out, like especially final hit. You gotta jump cancel out of it.
Hey, Skylander.
There's something else I could like this on her. Maybe I gotta like figure out how to give this character at least a 4. I gotta figure out, guys. I can't do that. I design wise, you know, I haven't even talked about design wise. I talk about how fun the character is to play. I forgot how kind of like mediocre the character is to look at. I think that's her problem. I think that's what her problem is. Where a lot of the characters are unique. Some of the problems with some of the Imaginator senseis are that they are really human. They like most of their designs benefits for the cosmetic upgrades that Imaginators have. So for Barbella, you know, she's a sentinel. She has the big old barbells, and she has the ankle weights as part of her part of the stuff you get when you play her. Like when we unlock her stuff. And we have a lot of rock characters already, right? We already have a lot of rock characters, and we already had Golden Queen as our humanoid rock person. Barbella is kind of the old Golden Queen sketches, like the character concept that they had for Golden Queen when she was playing for Giants. That's Barbella. She really is kind of just a regular gym bro, but rocky. Her design is that. When you look at other rock characters, there's just so many better rock characters. You have Prison Break, Rocky Roll, Fist Bump. You have Scorp. You have Bash. So it's kind of like there's so many rock dudes. You have Crusher, Flashwing. You have all these rock monsters, and then you have this uh, thick geode woman. Uh, and sure, there is some appeal to her maybe, but there is not. But if you were to pick between the three Skylanders, okay, your mom is gonna buy you one of these three Skylanders for your birthday, and you have to pick one of the three. You get Aurora, you get Pinata, and you get Barbella. Okay, those are your three options. You're gonna go for Pinata or Aurora. Aurora has the cool blades, and you know, it's cool to have Eon's. You know, she was a light Skylander, and she was Eon's niece. I think that made kids more interested in her. And Pinata is fucking Pinata. Pinata was really goated. Barbella, she's just Barbella. If there was a way to make her more appealing, I would 100% be down to see that. But the design is like a 3. The design is just a 3. She really is just a human. Yeah, she really is just a rocky human. But her whole kit is fun. So while the kit's like a 4 out of 5, her design is like a 3, maybe even 2.5. It is a shame. Alright. Alright. And of course, like, she can tank that. She can 100% tank that if she, yeah. Look at that. Those geodes cook. She did take a lot though. She did take a lot even with the defense buff. I wanna see some serious brawling out there, brawler, or I'm totally calling you something different. Look at that. Look at how like much to multiply. I wonder if Richard Torberts would ever like be open to come back as Chaos, or has that ship kind of sailed? Like, it was fun. It was a good run. I don't think I need to do that anymore. That little boss has been doing me work. Oh. Bump, bump, bump. There we go, and we cook. Yeah, that doesn't really shred too much. That doesn't really do the crazy as much. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, it's auto-targeting. Hey, you can just like kind of throw these out. Look at that. But yeah, I see the issue now. I see the issue looking and studying the character a bit more for this review. Lots of slow stuff. She tanks way too many hits. And until you really get the, like, if it's a range villain, if it's one of the range bosses, like let's say Archer, it's kind of more of a pain because he's teleporting around and doing whatnot. So I see the problem. So she might be lowered out. Now that I kind of like look at these comparisons, like, okay, personally, me, I like her. I like her a lot. I really love playing this character. She's very fun. But how does everyone feel about this character? Not as crazy. Not everyone would be going for this character, but some others might be. Also, I think people just don't want humans. Like, too many humanoid Skylanders. I feel like having an elf is the bare minimum. Then that's it. You can't really have like a rock human person. Golden Queen already took that offer. Ninjas are like the bare minimum what can be like humanoid, but everything else needs to be like these unique creatures from different islands. So we got about maybe 10 more minutes. I'd say let's bring her over to the arena. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like thinking about. I'm kind of like thinking about my. I'm trying to. Damn. I'm kind of like thinking about my. Um. Score now. I like her. I do. I really do. But it's just like I'm now noticing the problems of why people don't like her. Now that I play her and speak and point it out and say it out loud. Yeah, like this is very slow. But wow, I love the clusters. I just love how like they fly everywhere. Like they hit a guy and then they hit another dude. Hut, hut, hut. Yeah, like just kind of like clears. Yeah, she just clears that. I don't know. I really like it when she clears it. Like you get all the rocks out there, and look at them. Won't to fucking get hit by a truck. Wow. Bump bump. I'm still waiting for someone to make a Skylander fan game with all the characters, including others that should have been in the game, especially Imaginators. I'm still waiting for someone to do that. Yeah, yeah. This makes sense to me. The spell punks, yeah. Oh, burp. I wish, I like stunning these dudes. I like it when I can actually stun them. There we go, round 3. I gotta like, yeah. I think out of like unbiased opinion, I think I know where to put her. To kind of just be fair, but if this was me, I would just give her a 5 straight up. But I feel like I've given too many 5s, and looking back, I think I give them way too much because of personal bias. And we don't really need more care. We don't really need like every episode just being like, this is a 5-star, this is a 5-star. Review. Gotta fucking gotta suck a dick in. Oh yay, take the click. There's definitely gonna be characters though. There's definitely gonna be more characters in the future where I'm thinking, yeah, I think this character is a 1. I think this character is going to be the first 2 or something. Like I know I gave Fling Kong that bias as well. I believe I gave Fling Kong. I'm gonna die here. Oh no. Yeah, oh god, those sheep are evil. Yeah, those And wizards. Ah. Dude, as soon as she got hit by one of those, could not move at all. She could not move. Okay. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Alright, I'm gonna go through the review period now. So, wait one moment. So, Sarabella. I really, like I said earlier, I personally want to give her a 5. I really did, because I like her kit, and I like little bits of her personality wise. But when you kind of look at it from a non-biased perspective, and you look at it from why the fans would not want this character, why they didn't want to play this character, it makes a lot of sense. Because you wouldn't really, because when it comes to Skylanders, it's the thumbnail of the character. You have to look, you want to look at the character first and say, do I want this character? A lot of people want Trigger Happy, a lot of people want Stump Smash, a lot of people want Tree Rex because of the thumbnail and how intriguing and cool looking the character is. People want a Stealth Elf because she was a ninja. Everyone liked ninjas, every kid liked ninjas. Barbella doesn't really offer too much in the thumbnail department in her character design. She was really kind of just a placement for another Earth Sensei because they couldn't really come up with another design that was original. Zarabella's design is essential. She's a weightlifter. She's a weightlifter, and she's humanoid. Like no one's really interested in a weightlifting rock chick who doesn't have anything else because she's just wearing a gym suit. She's wearing a one-piece gym suit and the gold belt as well. It was just she's just a stand-in for a sensei that never came in. So that's definitely a problem. It really is a problem. And all the other two Sentinel Sensei, Sotsuko and Amber, those are characters you want to pick. Not you would choose those over Barbella. But when it comes to Barbella's gameplay, of course Barbella is very slow and she does not have as much crazy health as she should have when it comes to her being this very tanky, slow character. I think they should have upped her health a bit more. But her gameplay is if you play her in the long run, she becomes really fun, especially with her bottom path. I completely adore her bottom path because it's this nice neutral chaos where every time you attack, something good will happen. You get rewarded every time you attack an enemy. You get rewarded whenever you use a move. You create these clusters upon clusters upon clusters. Clusters multiply every time you hit an enemy, and then your clusters would be homing after enemies, you know. Your clusters would follow after you every time you attacked and targeted an enemy, and your clusters could deal even more damage than they would already do. And it would just go crazy and crazy, and they'd be flying all around the field. And her soul gem, I think her soul gem is also pretty great. But it's because of the secondary. This is where I'm going to talk about the secondary soon. Because her soul gem is triggered off of the secondary, and you have to repeatedly press the secondary to get the defense buff. It takes a while, and sometimes it's not even worth it unless you are doing it before a big fight. If you're doing it before a big fight, then there's no issue there. If you're doing a mid fight, you might as well just be a sitting duck. So just to talk about her secondary, I think her primary and her third attack is fine. I think summoning the cubes and just slamming them towards enemies is great. I think the primary is fine. It's a 1, 2, 3. It's a bit slow on the end, but you can just simply jump cancel out of that. The secondary, though, I have had problems trying to kind of place it properly while looking at an enemy, but sometimes it would not go in that direction. And although the stun is really good, it's so slow on startup that I can't even use it half the time, or even most of the time. Like even in arena, Which arena, but let be like sometimes arena is annoying when you have all the shapes, but it was her specifically that was annoying play as in arena because of how slow everything is. And the secondary, I couldn't use the secondary as much as I wanted to, even though like there was a whole group of enemies I could just stun there. I couldn't do it. Too slow. I was taking too many hits. And then her actual movement speed, I didn't really notice her movement speed being too awful. I thought it was quite average. But then those sheep hit me, the little evil wizard sheep that for some reason don't get CC'd as the other sheep do. They hit me once while it was Barbella, and I could not move. She was quite literally a statue. She was a statue. That was Barbella getting hit by those like slows. And I don't know if I stacked, I don't know if it hit me twice. Could not move. And then her this is just a Sensei Shrine. I don't think the Sensei Shrine's gonna affect her score, overall score too much, but this is more my nitpick. Half Sensei Shrines do some cool stuff. I think characters like Brave Clobber and Kingpen are good examples of a nice Sensei Shrine. But then you have the other half, which is, Golden Queen and Barbella. Barbella, what the hell is that? Like, I feel like you had something going on there with the clusters. I feel like you could have just thrown more clusters going on. For some reason, I was remembering it as a big old spin. But instead, it looks like a Pokemon move. It looks like a Pokemon move. I can't remember which one, but it's a move that Bulldog used in the Black and White season. That's what came to my head. Might have been Edgestone or something. Yeah. So I'm gonna be giving Barbella a 3 out of 5 stars. 3 stars. Indeed, I actually gave her an unequal score because while there is some things I do like about her, there were a lot of cons that hold her back in both design and gameplay wise. So yeah, three stars. It just took me to play. It just took an episode for me to play her, and I really did like playing her. I really like playing her time to time. So it sucks that I have to give her a 3 star. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you are all having a wonderful Christmas month. I believe. No, Christmas is not next week, but it's the week after. So I hope everyone has a good Christmas. I hope you are all spending time with your family or your friends. And if you're spending Christmas without your family because you have problems with your family that you cannot bring up, just know that you still have friends out there who do care for you and will look out for you. Uh, Happy holidays, everyone. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Merry Christmas. Hasta la vista, ciao, sayonara, and goodbye.